What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to be talking about a Sailor pen and a canoe blend tea. So welcome back to my kitchen, which apparently is one of the most common places that I like to film videos now. Just happens that way. I swear I don't plan it. So today with this tea here, man oh man, this is an interesting one, guys. It's called a Canoe Lake Blend. It's from a company called Pluck, which is, as much as possible, sourced from Canada. It's hand blended. It's batched in Canada. It's from a small company in Toronto. The leaves obviously aren't grown here though. So it is an all natural loose leaf black tea, and it has black tea, rooibos, sunflower, jasmine, calendula petals, natural maple flavor, licorice root, cocoa sapphire flower petals, cornflowers, natural flavor. Whew, that was a lot. So you take about a teaspoon and a half of this into rolling boiling water, English guys, and leave it to steep for about 5 to 7 minutes. It is interesting. So when I read the description of it, it sounded decent, sounded okay. Sounded like something I might like, so I ordered it online. I ordered it from indigo.ca or Chapters, however you want to go by. Nowhere in the description or the ingredients or anything about it did it say it was going to be smoky. Because as soon as I smell it, it literally smells like smoked meat. No, it's not meaty, but definitely smoky. Like you can buy like liquid smoke, and use that in cooking or anything like that. If you get like bacon bits, like bacon bits that aren't real bacon, they can have kind of like a smoky-ish flavor almost, and that's kind of what this smells like, and I really don't like it. So it was $8 for this tea. Luckily my dad doesn't mind it, so he's actually gonna own this now. He's gonna drink it, because I just, it tastes like liquid smoke. Essentially, that's all I'm getting. There are some flavors underneath that kind of remind me of like a very chilled out, like chai almost. But none of the ingredients really sponsor that feeling for me, and I get overwhelmed by this smoke flavor, and I'm not a fan. So I personally would not recommend this. This is one of the few teas I've ever tried that I not only won't buy again, but won't drink again. Like I said, luckily my dad's gonna finish it, but nah. If you watch any of my videos on a regular basis, you pretty much know that I like all the teas that I share for you guys. That is one of the rare ones that is just no bueno. But something that is bueno is this fountain pen right here. This is Sailor Kanreki, however you want to pronounce it. I'll put the name right here, probably in white writing so that it covers up my black shirt. This is a fountain pen that you can no longer purchase, as in the sense that they're no longer being made. So if you can find one, I have found a couple retailers in the States that does sell them for $2.99, which is a bit high for my liking, but it is a very cool pen. So it has the Sailor Pro Gear body, version 1, not version 2, with like the new clip and all that. And everything about it is pretty much the same. The only difference really is that the color is different. So the body has kind of like a lighter red. The end caps here on both ends, if I can keep it in frame, are kind of like a dark maroon color. And then the cap is sort of like in between this color and this color. And if I unscrew it, the grip section and everything is the same as the body. And of course, as you can visibly see, it's all gold trim. There are no other options. This is what you get for this pen. The clip, pretty much like all Sailors, got decent tension to it. Around the band says Sailor, founded 1911, and then it actually says Kan on it. So you probably won't be able to see it here, but you'll be able to see it in a close-up. Just says Kan, K-A-N. Unscrewing it reveals a solid gold nib, all gold color, exact same decorations as all the other Sailor Pro Gear or 1911 pens. And again, just like all the other ones, has the proprietary Sailor cartridge. You cannot eyedropper convert this pen. In the iCards, whatever side that pops up on, I'm going to take a hazard and say that side. I'll put all the other links to all the other ones I've done. It fits pretty nicely in my hand. It's very light. It's pretty much solid resin, and it posts very, very securely and becomes very nice weighted when it is posted. Definitely, if you have larger hands, you're going to want to keep this posted because this is pretty much as short as it can go without me posting. And I typically don't like to post my pens, but this one's kind of right on that border between whether I want to or whether I don't want to. But for the most part, I'm okay with this. I like the pen. I'm not a huge fan of the reds, which is weird because I like red pens. I have several red Auroras, different red ones, and I all like them. But because these are just, like, it's picking up the shine from my lights that are right above here, but not having that shine from the light, they're kind of dull colors. There's nothing special. There's no depth to the material. It's just straight color. I think if they used like maybe more like different resins for it that had some sort of depth to that material, then I would like it. But I will say that Sailor typically doesn't do that. Even when they do like their other colors, so they got like blues, they've had purples, when they have branched out into being more colorful, typically speaking, they still go with like flat colors. So I would like to see them branch out a little bit, but beggars can't be choosers sometimes. So overall, just like my thoughts with the other Sailor fountain pens, I'm very pleased. Like I said, there's absolutely no difference between this pen and the regular Sailor Pro Gears, with the exception of the finish. There's nothing really that separates it. So would I recommend it? Honestly, no. And what I mean by that is that I would actually recommend just getting a regular Pro Gear because you're going to pay significantly less because this is no longer made. It's difficult to find. So when you do find it, the price will be way higher than any other Pro Gear that you can get. So unless you are absolutely in love with this finish, no, I wouldn't. Regular Pro Gear, absolutely 100% I would recommend that. The pen is fantastic. It writes wonderfully, and I'll show you that in a second. But just for the price tag, for the extra color and no extra difference, I wouldn't really say, oh my God, this pen is a must-have. But definitely the Pro Gear, or at least the 1911, one of the two, depending on whether you like, the flat ends here or the traditional cigar shape. I would definitely recommend one of those. But now I'm just yammering, so I'm gonna flip this camera around and I'm gonna show you how this guy writes. Okay, so the quick brown fox continuously jumps over that lazy dog. The ink for today is Sailor Grenade, however you want to pronounce it. And the nib on this bad boy is 21 karat hard fine. But like with any Sailor pen, just because it says hard fine, it doesn't actually mean hard. You can get a pretty good line variation difference if you just push a little bit. You could probably push it a little bit farther than that, but I would not recommend it. And this is not my pen, so I'm not going to do that. This is lent to me, and I don't want to ruin it. especially because, like I mentioned before, it's very hard to find. So yeah, I quite like it. Again, with all the other Sailors that I've reviewed, I have no issues with this pen. It writes fantastically. It's nice and smooth considering how fine the, tipping point actually is. It's decently wet. It's not a gusher by any means, but it's decently wet. I've never had any issues with hard starts, skipping, dryness, anything. It's just wonderful. It's exactly what you want in a pen. For reverse writing, you can. It's a little bit scratchy, not too bad though, but it becomes very, 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 very fine. And I don't know why you'd want to, but you definitely can. So yeah, absolutely. Like I said before, I recommend a Sailor Pro Gear 100%. If you're super attached to this finish in particular, then, go nuts and get it. But I wouldn't really recommend this one or hunting for this one, unless you can find it for a good deal. I would just recommend picking up any Sailor Pro Gear, because they're fantastic and you can't really go wrong. But guys, that's going to be about it for me today. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. If you liked the video but haven't yet done so already, please do hit subscribe. There are new videos every Monday and Friday and the occasional Q&A on Tuesday. And don't be afraid to answer each other in the comment section below. Build that community, guys. It's pens and tea. We're loving it. As always, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.